Hello, my name is Rosebell and I attend the University of Rochester as a public health major. I was born in Nigeria and immigrated to the US around age 6, and throughout the few years that I lived there, I and many of my family members experienced different health complications due to the overall underdevelopment and limited resources provided to the public at the time. Coming from a country where healthcare is not the most accessible has encouraged me to want to be a part of the cure rather than just waiting for it to manifest. Nelson Mandela and Archbishop Desmond Tutu believed that everyone had the right to healthcare services and worked relentlessly to eliminate many public health issues. In the same accord, I have found my moral obligation to public health and social reform, one that compels me to become a part of the dialogue, participating in research as I sit at the table and retell the story and reframe the narrative and retain the voices of the unheard in my community so that generations to come will live to hear it. As a resident advisor at my university, I am responsible for the well-being of over 20 freshman students from various backgrounds. Although this is an amazing opportunity to build a global mindset by learning about the traditions and customs of all students, sometimes it can pose as a challenge due to opposing views and upbringing. I believe I rise to the challenge by keeping an open mind, encouraging exploration of both cultures, and just being willing to have a discussion with the purpose of finding a common understanding. When it comes to dealing with someone who holds a viewpoint contrary to my own, I remind myself that there's not always a black and white line of what's correct, but that our individual experiences truly influence our outlooks. Nelson Mandela was known for being a leader who was willing to listen and learn, and in the same accord, I aspire to actively listen while putting myself in the shoes of others to learn their own perspective. It is also my due diligence to share my own experiences, and I look forward to conversing with people all across the United States in order to learn how their personal experiences affect their approach to life. In my community, I served as an eco-rep in an effort to promote change through environmental sustainability, and this involved collaborating with my fellow peers on various educational hall programs, sustainability initiatives, and community outreach events with very limited resources. The most fulfilling project that I worked on included outreach with St. Mark's and St. John's Church that focused on aiding those in the community. The city of Rochester faces great food insecurity, and in an attempt to overcome that, we grew over 3,000 vegetables. We also worked on rebranding the church's social media to increase their following, improve awareness on communal issues, and close the information gap within the community. I learned much from this experience, such as the importance of effective communication, different ways to compromise, and the essence of collaboration and teamwork, just to name a few. However, the most important lesson that I learned was that change will never come if you stay complacent with what life gives you. Taking the initiative to educate yourself and advocate is the first step to getting to where you want to be. If you don't speak up, how will the world ever hear you? It is what you do in any given position that makes you a true leader. In my spare time, I work with my local learning center to teach immigrant children English and mathematics in order to close the educational gap in public schools. Through this, I learned the value of inclusivity and equity for all, which are values Nelson Mandela and Frederick Douglass passed down. They were strong believers of human rights and racial equality, and I am inspired to contribute to that legacy each and every day of my life. Another very impactful project that I took part in was a documentary series called Behind the Statistics. This involved interviewing families of victims of gun violence to hear their stories and raise awareness on the harsh reality of injustices in my community. Through these various opportunities, my passion for public health and societal reformation was solidified, and I believe this program can equip me with the leadership skills needed in order to make change everywhere. This program's dedication to exploring different avenues towards making a positive impact is exactly what I need to learn how to use my unique experiences to solve global issues. Currently, I use Instagram to highlight my convictions and influence others for positive change. Whether it's reposting community events or social injustice happening everywhere, I aim to bring awareness to these important facets. Although this is one way to inspire change, I aspire to learn how I can better advance my convictions through leadership and communication skills acquired in this program. Frederick Douglass states, "It's not light that we need, but fire." We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. I believe this program will teach me how to turn my light into fire so that true positive change can occur on a macro scale. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. I really appreciate it.